hello, PKD Dietitian Podcast listeners. I'm coming to you today with a special bonus episode. If you are someone who struggles to understand your labs and are looking for a better approach to finally master them, this episode is for you. You're going to learn my 4-step framework to master your labs. This is the exact process I use with my private clients to help better define and drive understanding of PKD lab results and outcomes. Also, make sure to snag my free Track and Trend Your Labs tool. It's linked out in the show notes. This is a super valuable resource I created to help you get started mastering your labs. So now let's get into it. The first step to finally understanding and mastering your labs is get organized. Getting organized with your labs is key to understanding them. The goal of this step is to have all of your results in one place so they're easily accessible and they're set up in a way that you can keep adding to them moving forward. When I start working with a new client, I have them send me their labs and do this for my own records. It's that valuable. Now I want to walk you through a couple common scenarios that I have encountered when it comes to getting set up with labs being organized. First, are your labs results printed and filed away in copies? Round them up and put them in chronological order. Do you have access to an online history? That would be a portal connected with your doctor or perhaps where you get labs drawn. Check it out. If you do have a portal, make sure that you have an active account and can access your labs. Once you do that, you're going to want to get to know your portal and see how it's set up. Check out how your lab history shows up, see what you can pull up. Some portals these days will input all of your info, plug them into charts, and let you compare different days, months, and years. I love it when this is available. It makes it super easy and helpful. Here's hoping that you have this. If you have a portal that doesn't do all that for you, check and see how your results are available. Are they in a PDF? Do they include more than one lab draw? Basically, how do you get your history and information? If you are in my final category, the I am not sure category, where you don't really know where your labs are kept or have your history, that's okay. Reach out to your healthcare provider, the one that follows you for PKD and kidney health, and ask them how to get your records. How far back you look really depends on where you are now with your kidney function. For getting organized with labs, I generally like to get at least 1 year back or the past several lab draws. If your kidney function is greater than a GFR of 60, you'll likely have labs drawn less frequently. So get your last maybe 2 to 3 annual lab draw records. Once you have rounded up how to get your records, now is the time you want to get organized. Grab my free Track and Trend tools, and this is great because you can just plug in your information and you will have it all done right there for you. Folks, this isn't glamorous for sure, but the time and effort you put in is well worth it. All your info will be in one place. It's easy to read, and it's specifically set up for PKD. What I love about this Track and Trend tool is you just plug in your numbers and it will automatically give you visuals of your trends. If your portal already maps out your lab history, labs, and trends, you're lucky. Most of the work has been done for you. Step 2, understand. Labs are more than creatinine and GFR. Yes, these 2 kidney function labs are important, but there is more you want to know, understand, and look at. Labs tell a story, so it's important to know what they are saying. A good place to start in understanding your labs is with your, and I have this in quotations, is with your kidney labs. So grab a pen and jot these down. If you're not able to write at this moment, know that I am going to link them out in the show notes too. I recommend starting with these kidney labs to understand. GFR, which is your glomerular filtration rate, BUN, blood urea nitrogen, creatinine, and if you want to get bonus points, carbon dioxide, sometimes written as CO2, also referred to as bicarbonate, but that's only for bonus points. So now that you know what kidney labs to start understanding, what do? Here's what you do. You look up and or learn 4 things. You learn first, what is the lab? What does its abbreviation stand for? Second, what does it measure? Third, what is a quote unquote normal range? And you can find this listed on your lab sheets from where you get them drawn, and they're also in my tracker. Now I have normal range in quotes because these are just standardized ranges. You might have different goal ranges based on your doctor and where your kidney function is. Fourth, what do the results tell you? Is your result high or low? Is it abnormal to what you normally are? And how do your results look? So yes, this may feel intimidating. It's like learning a whole new lab lingo language. Try saying that 3 times fast. What I want you to know is you don't need to create more work or stress for yourself. Find a trusted source online or ask your doctor or registered dietitian to help you with the understanding. Now, spoiler alert, I created a master class with all of this and then some in it for you. Stay to the end for more details on that. Step 3 in my proven 4-step framework is track and trend. So one set of labs tells you what is happening at that moment. Your trends give you a big picture view. Trends are key, folks. You want to track and trend any new labs you have. So once you finish step 1, the get organized, this is super easy to keep up with. Trends tell you where to focus your attention. They tell you what has changed or perhaps what needs to be looked at. They also can show you what the impact is of any changes you have made, for example, from diet that are positive. Trends also tell you when something is off, not necessarily out of range, but perhaps trending in a direction that you don't want. This will help you identify it before it's a problem. Now imagine going to your next post-lab doctor visit already knowing what your labs are and what they are showing trend-wise and understanding what that lab is. That for sure will help with any anxiety or confusion you experience around labs. Now here's a true story. A client I was working with had a doctor who refused to release her labs early to her. She only got them at their visit. This is unacceptable. She knew that. She wanted them ahead of time. So what'd she do? She was able to switch to a lab where she had a portal and got them drawn ahead of time so that when she went to her visit, she already felt prepared. Also, needless to say, she got a new MD. This brings us to the 4th step in my Master Your Labs framework. Ask questions. When you understand what labs measure and you track and trend yours, this allows you to ask specific and relevant questions around them, specific to your kidneys and specific to PKD. With post-lab prep with clients, we always work on 3 to 4 targeted questions to bring to their next doctor visit and ask. So I want to give you a couple examples of these. Here's an example. Their potassium is high. And with tracking and trending, we know that it has never happened before. This is an abnormal result. Blame the diet, right? Nope. The question that they brought to their doctor was, what else can be driving my potassium up? Could one of my medications cause this? Another question would be, do we need to recheck this lab? And how often moving forward? So you can see how one lab where you understand what it is and you know your trends can lead to very specific questions in care. Here's another example for you. Perhaps your hemoglobin is trending down. Not huge dips, but when you look at the trend, it's pretty apparent. Blame your kidneys, right? Not always. Here's a targeted question to ask. Are there lab tests to further explore why my hemoglobin is trending down? Because there's other factors other than your kidney that can affect this. And guess what? They're easily fixable. Questions don't need to be complicated. If you notice a trend you don't like or confuses you, it can be as simple as asking your doctor what they think of that trend or if any changes in your care need to be made. There are many things outside of kidney function and diet that can impact your labs. You can even ask your doctor what they themselves are tracking or keeping an eye on. This will start a great conversation. There you have it, my tried and true 4-step framework to mastering your labs for PKD. In summary, the 4 steps are: number 1, get organized. Number 2, understand those labs. Number 3, track and trend your labs. And number 4, ask questions. You might have picked up that mastering your labs will also benefit you in getting the most out of your doctor visits. That's what it all boils down to: better understanding, better treatment, and better interventions for you. This is pretty powerful stuff. On that note, I want to introduce you to my new course. It's called Master Your Labs for PKD. I created this course using my 4-step framework that I just walked you through. It includes 7 modules. Each has a specific set of labs for you to know and understand. For example, there's one module on kidney function labs. There's a whole nother module on bone health. I get asked more often than I can count for help understanding labs for PKD and for help with what to do next. This master course is my way to help the PKD community once and for all have a place, have a trusted source, and have a way and help to help them answer this question. Each module is specific to PKD with my tips, tools, and step-by-step guides to ensure that you become a master of your labs, that you understand your PKD labs, that you're able to track and trend them, and that you get the most out of your MD visit. You can register for this 100% virtual masterclass starting January 31st, and the whole program will be released to you on February 13th. You will have access lifelong. So after every lab draw you get, you can come back and visit the section that is related to what you want to look at. Make sure to check it out at thepkddietitian.com/master your labs. I'll also link that out in the show notes.